Hi, I'm Jamie, and welcome to Sci-Fi Vision for September 25th for Nevermore Outcasts. My co-host Scarlet is already here. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, everybody, for
Hello.
joining us. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision. Leave comments, all that good stuff. And yeah, make sure if you're not a member of our Discord, you join. The address, I can't talk. The address is in the chat. All of our schedule is there, but this week we don't have anything till Sunday with Daryl Dixon at 11. So yeah, make sure you join us then as well. But for now, it's on to Wednesday, and the episode is Woe Me the Money. This is episode 7. So we have one more left after this, which will be on next Monday. We had to change it around this week, but we'll be back to Monday again at 11 next week. But oh, there we go. Hey, Kelly, we got somebody in the chat at least. Yeah, so I don't know. What did you think about this one? I know you said you liked this one more than the finale.
Yeah, I just thought there was more going on in this one. Well, more things that I enjoyed, I guess, than the finale. But
That's fair. No, that's fair.
I guess I
There's a
really
lot.
like the dance. I like the dance number. I like the gala.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's quite a spectacle. Yeah, there is a lot of like fun stuff to look at in this one. It's been a while since I've seen the finale, so I honestly don't remember everything of the finale, but I do remember liking this one a lot. So here, hold on one second. I gotta resize my window there. All right. Well, I will try to go in order. My notes are not as good as I'd like, but hopefully anything I miss, you can kind of fill in there. But yeah, so we start at the Tiki Tales Siren Bar, where they have sirens on display instead of, I guess, women. I guess normally it'd have women dancing. Instead, they have tanks with
Well,
sirens swimming.
they had mermaid bars like in the 50s where women dress up like mermaids and swim around.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's a mermaid bar, I guess. And this is in 15 years ago. I just noticed now as I'm looking at this, I'm not sure. I didn't realize the town was called Morning Song because he clearly got it from the coaster, the name for the
Yeah, he
group.
just got it off of the merchandise. Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was the name of the town until now. I'm paying attention and looking at the caption there, or the not the caption, but you know what I mean on the
He
screen.
wasn't super creative, is what we're saying here.
No, he wasn't super creative. But
He could have called
obviously,
it Florida.
yeah, he could have. I mean, it must be because they went to another state. Otherwise, I would assume they would have like noticed how they named it. But yeah, I'm guessing the towns probably might be called that even because of the sirens. I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, there they have live sirens. I took that because it was a good picture of that. All right, so we see Principal Dort a long time ago with a really bad mullet, 15 years
Mhm.
ago at this tiki bar, and he's watching the sirens. Here he represents one of the sirens, which we find out. I don't think I actually got couldn't get a great picture. That's the best picture I could get.
Yeah.
Is showing it, but that's supposed to be Gabrielle. I want to call her Barclay. What's her first name? Bianca.
Bianca.
Okay, Bianca's
Bianca.
Bianca's mother. 15 years ago, he represented them. He represented the sirens, but he is talking to the bartender Arthur there, who also has not a great wig, but I think it's just kind of meant to be funny. They're bad hair. They're 80.
Mhm.
Well, I was gonna say 80s hair, but that ain't 80s hair because that's supposed to be 15 years ago. So that's what 2005 or no 2000. Wait a second. Maybe you can't add your head, subtract your head.
What
2010.
year is this show?
Yeah, I don't know,
It's in
but
the
I'm not sure
'70s.
those hairstyles make sense for 2010. But we'll go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
Alternate
meets.
timelines, I guess, I
Oh,
suppose.
I guess so. I think it's just more or less meant to be funny. But yeah, he meets Arthur at this bar. He's bartending, and he had known him from a play he did. I think I was trying to get down the notes quicker than I could because I couldn't get them down when we were doing it. But I think it was from, I want to say from the Crucible was the play he saw. I don't know
Hmm.
if there was like some kind of joke in there. There wasn't that I could see. But anyway, he knew him from the play, but he talks about
What's about witches? So.
yeah, not really about sirens, but he talks about playing Gideon on this soap opera that he ended up getting killed on and lost his job. And obviously, Gideon is where he actually got the name for the cult leader, is from that character. But yeah, Dort says, other than telling him about the siren, he says he wants to start an organization for people who are of like mind. He wants them to come together with a common mission, which is basically he wants to create, he's saying, it sounds like a place for outcasts. But I mean, I don't know that the cult was actually just for outcasts. I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe at first you were just supposed to think he was talking about the school. I don't know. What did you think? Because I thought maybe at the beginning, before we realized it, like that's what he was talking about, was really about like, making a school for outcasts, until you realize what he's talking about. Did you agree with that, or did you think that he was talking about school right away?
I always, um, I've just always felt this cult plotline wasn't the greatest.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I realized
No.
maybe they're just dressed up because of tiki culture in general, and tiki culture looks like this.
Yeah, maybe. But no,
I've always felt like the subplot was kind of weak, and like I'm always, when I rewatched it again, I kept missing parts of it because I guess my attention wasn't there.
No, that happens. No, I just, the way he was like saying, oh, a place where we can all, be accepted. That
A cult.
To me, I really, yeah, I know, but I really at first, I don't know, maybe you weren't supposed to, but I at first, because we didn't know who he was yet, I thought he was talking about the school, because he sounds like he's talking about Outcast, and then as soon as he, says what it is, then you realize, oh no, wait, this isn't what he's talking about. But yeah, he says that he basically wants to make this cult, as he prefers the word movement. But he says that this guy here has star quality, and he wants him to be the face of it, like the great and powerful Oz. He'll be the man behind the curtain. And yeah, he can convince people to part with their money, basically get them to give him their money, and then they'll split the money. And he could be like the front man, because he knows that, he says something like that his face, he knows, will never bring in people, but this guy he knows can. And that's when he looks at I got some more pictures. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, his bad mullet. But here's his business plan to build a better life. I did take a picture of that. Wait, sorry, hold on. Here's the coaster. He's got the coaster that tells about the town there. And he says, every morning, no wait, a morning song every dawn brings light of day. I have written there, must be what he said. But anyway, yeah, he got it from the coaster. So that's how the cult came to be. And there's I love that picture. That's great, isn't it? Yeah, his power. Which, that's the one thing that I find a little strange in this show, that they never, and it's just something they don't explain, and I guess you're supposed to accept, is like, I kind of understand maybe super locally, like near the school that they get, there's outcasts, but I don't know if they're supposed to be like people all around the world that have powers or what, because clearly this is in Florida, and this guy doesn't seem like, how the hell are you, making fire? He doesn't even flinch at it. So I don't know. I guess it's just an accepted thing.
Maybe it's like a cover. Maybe like people think they're just girls playing mermaids when they're actually sirens.
Yeah, I don't know. I just question that if people don't know about him, like, wouldn't he freak out when he makes fire? But I don't know. It makes me think that maybe
70s are a hell of a drug.
Maybe, but I just wondered if you're just supposed to think like everybody knows about it, that they have powers, because like nobody ever seems to be surprised at the school either when they talk about it. But I assumed it was just local people, but maybe not. It might just be the world.
Maybe he thinks it's a parlor trick.
Maybe
I think it's interesting that his power is fire, yet he's managing a siren who's in the water. I just think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I hadn't thought about that. That is ironic, that he is more dealing more with the water than the fire. And here he is back in his school, looking at his paper, talking, and we see the an article on the internet too a couple times. And it's pretty much the same thing that they've seen Gideon. And he does say later he had told Gideon to lay low, but he didn't listen. So yeah, he then goes into I forget, they're staying like in between the walls, right? They're hiding there. I think it was sort of in between the walls. But he knows that they've been hiding Bianca's mother there. And he basically is like, I found you and you're going to help me. They thought they had gotten her away, but they did not. So now they're, going to be made to listen to him again because he can blackmail them. Because he captures her mother, keeps her in his apartment, doesn't let her out, that kind of thing. There, so yeah, he's going to do that. We have chapter 7. Oh, excuse me.
Like, show me the money, everyone.
Yeah. Yes. They have lots
Jerry Maguire, I guess.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire. I would assume that's where it's from.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it? I think it was a good movie. It's been so long, I don't remember much of it. That, you know what? To be honest, that's what I remember about the movie. Him yelling, "Show me the money."
And then the "You complete me" is on the other part of it.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know about it.
No, it was a good movie. It was so long ago. I don't remember much of it. So yeah, Sheriff Santiago here has come to investigate the murder of Professor Orloff, who's the head in the bucket. Whatever you want. It's not a bucket, but it looks like a bucket now. It looks like an ice bucket. But yeah.
At least you didn't have that shot of the back of his head that was all gone.
Oh, no, I didn't realize Oh, wait. Yes, I do have a picture of that. That's awesome.
I didn't want you to show it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go back to the
I said, at least you didn't have that picture.
Oh, I thought you said I did. You thought I wanted me to have it. Sorry.
I thought you had censored it.
No. As long as it's only for a second, I think we're okay. But
it's gross.
Yeah, it is gross. But yeah, she came to investigate his murder. And she's really surprised that Dort is like completely unaffected by his murder and is busy talking about still having this gala. And she's like, "You're not canceling the gala. The teacher was killed." And he's like, "Oh no, he would want, what does he say? Keep calm and Outcast on." And he says that Orloff would want him to do that, which is total bullshit, but he's saying that. Because she's like, this might repel the gala. Yeah, I think so. But he seems to think it'll be okay. And he's, they're already not doing great in the public anyway. So he's going to keep the party going. But she does say they're going to have security there the whole 24/7. So, yeah, they're going to be there supposedly to protect the students. I mean, they haven't done a real great job so far. So I'm not sure how much help it's going to be, but yeah, they're going to have the cops there for security.
Did they have a lot of teachers die at Nevermore? There seems to be a lot.
It seems like a lot, yeah. And the thing is there, at least in our end, we haven't seen a lot of teachers. We've only seen a handful, so it seems like even more. And I'm not sure
how
all
many died.
Teachers and students there, but yeah, they've not done. Yeah, because I was going to say, what other teachers do we know about? We know about Orloff, we know about Thornhill, and we know about Weems. Was there somebody else other than?
Well, Billy Piper's still alive.
Oh yeah, Capri. There is Capri. Yeah,
Capri.
But she's a music teacher, so I'm assuming they're studying more than music. We hope.
I'm assuming there's more teachers.
Yeah, I'm assuming so too. But we just don't see them. It's one of those things you just don't see.
They're hiding.
You don't see the extras that are there. But yes, there's got to be more teachers. So anyway, she's going to stick around and try to find out what's going on. And then meanwhile, we have Wednesday and Enid and Agnes here watching them come in. And this is where she tells Enid that she's not now the one who dies. Like her vision's changed. And Enid's like, oh, great, but doesn't realize, somebody else is still going to die.
You think she would have told her sooner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She told her sooner. Yeah. Because she's been freaking out. But so basically, yeah, Enid's safe, but we know that somebody in Wednesday's family is going to die. But their plan right now is to try to stop Isaac and Tyler and his mother. since they're still around causing problems. Enid has gotten Wednesday a file on Isaac, who, of course, if you don't remember, I mean, I know you do.
You
But
mean
if anybody
Agnes?
listening doesn't remember, what did I say? Is that what I
You
said?
said Enid.
Sorry, Agnes has gotten Enid and Wednesday a file on Isaac, who, if you don't remember, is Slurp was Pugsley's
Slurp.
was Slurp Pugsley's zombie. Well, he's still Slurp, but
Support.
now he's like a human person. He's the
But I
human
called
Slurp.
support zombie, which I enjoyed. Or support
Yeah,
zombie.
yeah.
Support zombie.
That was great. Yeah. And we do also know that the whole thing, I mean, I think we knew it, but like they also prove in this episode that he really does have a clockwork heart too, because later on his sister is working on it. But so Wednesday, now that she has the information on who Isaac is, she's finally, caught up. She knows everything. She goes to see her parents. And I know I didn't get a chance to read what you were saying about the mouse food. Was there something if you want to share? I didn't see what it was.
I sent you something from the Museum of Jurassic Technology, which is my favorite museum ever in LA. But there was an old wives' tale that said that if you eat mice on bread, it cures bedwetting. And I didn't know if Gomez was suffering from bedwetting.
Yeah, I think
and that's what I got on the scene, because I knew the folktale about eating mice on toast to stop bedwetting.
That's funny. Now, I think they just eat all kinds of creepy crawlies. But the point is that when Wednesday comes to the cottage, because she's pissed off now, because she knows that this whole time they have known who Slurp was, that he was Isaac, because she knows that they were friends with him at school, and they hid it from her. Excuse me. And they talk about how her father tried to protect Isaac from people like Stonehurst, which, for people, just reminding people, Stonehurst is the teacher that had built the machines that was trying to take away the people's powers that his daughter had in the previous episodes. That teacher. So yeah, he was trying to keep him, like, protect him from people like him, because Stonehurst saw him as somebody who could help him to figure out the outcast abilities that he wanted. But all Isaac wanted was to take away, which we already know, Francois's powers of being a Hyde, because he thinks that's going to save her life. But yeah, Wednesday's a little pissed that they knew and didn't tell her. And Gomez says that he didn't actually realize it was Isaac until Pilgrim World, when he saw him, which, considering now he looks human and before didn't, make sense. But yeah, but Wednesday's like, well, he's human now, and he's with Tyler and Francois, and they didn't leave. Like, they promised you they would. Morticia was so sure that they were just going to leave town and listen to what she asked. So yeah, they're still around.
Yes.
Which I have to kind of question. I mean, I guess this is just the way the show is in general, but like, it was such a big deal before, and you would think that when she tells them this, they'd actually be worried, and Morticia would be like, she promised, but no, they just, leave it up to their daughter to deal with. So, that's how it works in this show. So the teenager.
Like, my name's not in the title, girl. Go do it.
Yeah. You're the one who can fix it. There, I took a picture of the.
Yeah, I love those. Those are one of my favorite things of the whole season. These plants.
Yeah, they're cool. It's a cool prop. So they have a conversation where Wednesday is like, I know that you wrote these romances.
Barbara Jean.
Barbara Jean Day, yeah, kisses and coffee. She's like, I know you wrote this.
Oh, her name's Day too at the end, which is great.
Yeah, that's
opposite of night.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things of the season, is that she secretly writes romance now.
I know, like Morticia, that's like not what you would expect. It's kind of the opposite, which is funny. But I guess it shows where Wednesday gets her writing ability or whatever from, right? But yeah, she writes romances.
Maybe that's the difference between doves writing books and ravens writing books.
True. But she doesn't want Gomez to know. And Wednesday does promise she won't tell him because she tells her that her mother found out and made fun of her, basically, is what she says. So she doesn't want her to tell her father. And this is part of where I had to look up part of the recap because I missed part of it. They say something about Principal Weems, and I missed what it was when we were doing the rewatch. Not that it's necessarily something that's super important, but do you remember what the part about that was by chance?
No, I don't remember offhand. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. I just figured maybe not. It was something to do with her telling her, I guess, that she was her spirit guide and that she's, that's why she's seeing her. Oh, I know that Morticia does say that or assumes, I should say, that it was Wednesday's grandmother's fault that she went to the grave and all that went down in the last episode, which we know is the case.
You would think that Gomez would be okay with her being a romance writer, be it that, like, he's very romantic to her, like the kissing her up the arm stuff.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know. Maybe if he did know, maybe he would be. I don't know. But
Maybe
yeah.
he reads me out of Kisses and Coffins. Mon cher.
Yeah, I would love to see some like that, because that would be hilarious, and I could see him saying something like that. That's great. Yeah. But the main point of this is she does tell her that Enid's not the one in danger now. It's somebody in their family, because she knows it's an Adams, and she's like, "I'd like to sacrifice Pugsley," which I think is
that's old school Adams family.
Yeah. Right, I mean, look, I know it's a joke and it's meant to be a joke. Would she really sacrifice her brother? I would hope not, but yes. It's still funny.
Well, it's like I was showing movies from the 90s when like I think Wednesday's trying to get Pugsley to go into the guillotine. Oh, and then he won't, so they put Pubert in there.
Who's I don't know who Pubert is.
You never see Adam's Family Values.
No, I mean, if I did,
has a baby and they named it Pubert because Pubert was supposed to be Pugsley's name originally in the comics. That's who Charles Adams, when they were making the TV show, wanted to call Pugsley Pubert, and they just thought it was too filthy for a name, so they couldn't have it on the TV show.
So they put it in the movie and killed him.
No, he didn't kill him with a guillotine. Something happened, and he put his little baby finger up and he stopped the blade.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but Pubert's only been in that movie, and Pubert hasn't been seen since, though. So who knows?
I see. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't remember that. I know I've seen. There was more than one Addams Family movie, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's been a whole bunch.
I mean, with Christina Ricci, wasn't there more than one?
Yeah, there's two.
Okay, because I seen one of them, but I think it was the first one I saw. That was the second one, right?
Yeah, it's better than the first one. You should watch it.
Well, no, I saw one of them. I'm pretty sure it was the first one, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember much about it, honestly, other than Christina Ricci was in it.
Well, my own point is that the Addams Family siblings put each other in peril on a regular basis.
Yes, yeah. But
so this is right in league with that.
For real peril, though, I don't know. It's more joke peril, but I don't know.
Peril.
We'd have to see. But either way, she's like, I volunteer.
Where's Pubert? Does anybody know? I mean, seriously.
I don't know.
Peril.
Either way, yeah, peril. She volunteers her brother for the peril. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. And then there's another picture with
those cool plants.
Yeah. All right. So then we go to Enid and Bruno here.
Oh boy.
And yeah, she knows what Bruno did. And when she knew he was going out with that girl because he was talking to her on the phone, and he's like, "Oh no, I broke up with her before we got to school. I cared about her, but I broke up with her. But then I fell in love with you." And like he gives out all this bullshit of his reasoning why he was still talking to her. And Enid, which I'm still not sure why she did. It's like, doormat, don't do that. She agrees to go out with them to the gala as a friend only, which that they both are probably not thinking that. So yeah, I was a little, I mean, granted, it ended up okay, but like I was a little disappointed that Enid is like still talking to him. Like, dump him, girl, right?
Maybe she doesn't know how to go to the gala by herself, and it's too late.
She could have went with her friend. Well, I guess really, to be fair, who's she gonna? I said with her friends, but she can't talk Wednesday into going. And at this point, she does not like Agnes, so I guess she really didn't have anybody to go with other than that. But oh, dropping. Okay, Trey. I was like dripping. What?
What?
Thank you, Trey. He's dropping the mic. I thought he was dripping. I'm like, what? I thought it was in reference to something I was saying, and I was like completely confused. All right. So then we have Capri talking to Enid, and that's okay. Right. I got to say, I think it's like when I talk a lot, it seems to make that pressure in my head worse because I'm always doing fine until I sit down to do this. And then I'm like, my head hurts. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take one of these.
Maybe it's the live causing it.
No, I don't know. I think it's just like it seems to increase the pressure against that nerve and it will kill me until I take something. I might have to take Advil too, but first I'm trying that thing that is that I don't know. It's like a decongestant, but it's supposed to help some of that. And it
should
seems
huff some peppermint oil like I do. Huff some peppermint oil, eat a banana.
I think the oil would probably bother my allergies. I never really tried it.
Oh, that's right. You can't eat perfume.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You can't have that kind of stuff.
Condolences. Eat a banana. Potassium's supposed to help.
Is it really?
Yeah, or nuts or something.
I'm not sure I can really eat a banana while we're talking.
Bring it up a notch.
Yeah.
Wednesday after dark.
Yeah. But anyway, she is telling Enid about again, she's talking about her maybe being an alpha. And
you know what? I always thought that she was a cat woman. I know she's pretty much a werewolf. That's where it's going. But she's always wearing cat prints, and I thought she'd be a cat person.
Yeah, I did not. I know you said that from the beginning, and I never quite saw that, but you hadn't seen the end when you were saying that, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, she's always wearing cat prints. She's not wearing like wolf things. She's wearing cat prints.
No, now that you're saying that, I do see the cat print. I just kind of always assumed by what she had said that she was, and I didn't really think much more about it until you said, you thought that. So yeah, I don't know if you were supposed to think that, or that's just the way you took it, or I'm kind of curious if other people thought that too. Because yeah, that's interesting.
I guess I'm more of a big picture person. When she said the full moon coming out during the camp, I thought that was more of a forest thing, where like everybody under the forest would be under the influence of the full moon. You don't want the Nevermore students to be, have that lunacy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she would have a reason to know about the werewolves, whether she was or not. And I think that could have been an interesting storyline.
Yeah. But, I mean, the same thing happened to me with Only Murders in the Building. Somebody said a line and everybody got it that this guy was a murderer. And I was like, I thought that the guy thought that this guy was Mabel. It's a really weird line. But
no, I think it's just you're thinking outside the box, and a lot of people maybe just like.
I mean, I gotta think really, really narrowly.
No, but that's good, because sometimes I think I do maybe take it too much at face value, and I'm not like pulling it apart.
Well, I thought in that instance they were playing it off as a joke, and I wasn't like, I thought that because the character was so stupid, he didn't realize that like this, this guy wasn't a girl, kind of a thing.
Oh, I see.
Like a classic kind of like, oh, you grew a beard. Oh, Mabel, you grew a beard. Yeah, never mind. You'd have to see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure what you mean, but I get what you mean with her though. I just automatically assumed that was what it was, and I could have been wrong. But yeah, it's an interesting. It would have been cool because I would like to see more Outcast powers. So I think that could be cool. And I don't.
They had those horror movies called Cat People too, like a couple older ones, and then they had one in the '80s with like Nastasia Kinski and like a David Bowie song and everything. And that's why I thought she turned into a panther.
That would be cool though. I wonder, do you think, is there like supposed to be more Outcast powers we don't know about, or just the ones we've been told? I kind of assume there's ones we don't know about that they'll reveal down the road.
Or ones they've decided aren't there anymore, like the Yeti and the ones that they had like laid to rest, even though there might be Outcasts that still have those.
Yeah, maybe. No, I just wonder, like, we might, like season 3 or whatever, they could pop up with something, be like, oh, there isn't, this person, and we just didn't know.
Well, I guess if they need somebody with a certain power, right?
Yeah, then they can add something.
You can write that right in.
Yeah, and it would work. But yeah, she's telling Enid, Enid's not taking it seriously enough. And she's trying to explain to her that if you do transform on a full moon, if an alpha does, that they can become a werewolf and not be able to change back. So you could be stuck that way. And not just that, but the other wolves will hunt down the alphas and kill them. They kind of like self-police. So you need to make sure that doesn't happen. And she's like, but don't worry about it. If you follow what I tell you, you'll be just fine.
Yeah, it's the weirdest werewolf. It's the weirdest werewolf mythos I've ever run across. Because for one, an alpha usually leads a pack.
Yes,
it seems so weird.
No, I agree.
They develop through the full moon, and then they have to be hunted. Like what? What? I've never heard this before. Like werewolf lore.
It is a little backwards, but yeah, she's like, you're not alone. You have your pack. But yeah,
you don't if you're an alpha.
Yeah, I know. It is bizarre, but I'm not sure about her, the way she's doing it though, because she's basically like scaring her shitless and then being like, oh, but don't worry. Like, she's trying to be like, you should be scared, but you shouldn't be scared. You'll be fine if you listen,
Yeah.
So yeah, she tells her she has to go into the looping cages during a full moon. And I guess from what we've seen, I guess like she has to stay calm as part of it, right? Like not flip out when it becomes a full moon. And I guess the point is down there, she has no reason to transform, because when she transformed the other day, it wasn't a full moon in that other episode, which makes me think she can transform at will, which they never really explained. I don't know whether they have to transform it on a full moon. Is it just if they're not outside, they won't?
I have no idea what this mythos. Usually the case is when it's a full moon, people just change and you have to lock yourself in a cage for 3 days, put your clothes in a pile. Kind of like, have you ever watched Buffy with Oz? Oz went to a cage, took off his clothes, hung out in a cage for 3 nights.
Yeah. I've not seen Buffy, but yeah, usually
they
transform. Not much of it. Normally they transform no matter what, and they just don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah, and he couldn't control transforming under the moon. It's a werewolf thing. When you see the moon, you just can't help yourself. When you see it,
yeah, but usually
you just become a wolf.
Right, but usually, at least in the mythos of the shows I've seen, usually whether they're outside and actually physically see the moon, they still transform.
Or you're inside and the moon comes through your window.
Well, yeah, maybe it is because it comes. I don't know, but otherwise, why wouldn't they just black out the window? Like just put up blackout curtains, right? That'd be really easy.
Because the power of the moon.
Yeah, usually they still transform. But either way, her point is you need to keep yourself calm so you don't transform at all during the full moon, and you need to be down in the looping cages and staying calm and everything else. So that's her way of doing it.
She even looks like a cat. She should totally be a werepanther.
She kind of does, yeah. There's Enid being completely scared. But yeah, so she's like, you got to listen to me. And then we go to Galpin. I couldn't think of the last name. Galpin's house. And you can see there they've spray painted their backyard. We've seen that before, but their lair is underneath the doghouse. And there is Isaac, where his sister is taking care of his clockwork heart. So we do know that part is accurate. Now, I don't want to give anything away, but I wonder if I had taken screen captures when I first saw this, if I would have noted, because you said you've seen the next episode, right?
Sorry, I'm drinking.
That's okay. You've seen the finale.
Yeah, right? But in this one, I was kind of like looking at his gloves. I guess because of only words really again. Glove people. Guilty.
Yeah. Yes. No, I did not even think anything of it. I did not notice it. So yeah, it clearly, if you were paying close attention, you maybe would have an idea of some things maybe that are to come. But yeah, he's got weird looking.
I really didn't.
No, I know. I did. That's what I said. I had no clue. I was like really shocked, and then it had one of those moments where it's like, oh, that was stupid. I should have seen that a mile away, and I didn't. So yeah. But anyway, he's got a Clockwork Heart. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. So yeah, Tyler is still down there. But he wants to kill Wednesday still, but his mother is like saying that's not what their plan is. But Francois does say that the Adams, they have plans for them, but they don't say what it is. But they won't let him just go kill Wednesday like he wants to. And then, let's see, his mother starts coughing, and she coughs up blood. And so she's getting sicker. And she's out of her medication. I don't know if I have a picture of it or not, but she doesn't have any medicine left. So they intend to go to a vet clinic that's nearby. Whoops. In order to get some medicine. Why they didn't like raid a doctor's office and just went to a vet clinic, I'm not sure. I mean, it doesn't really say what kind of medicine they were getting. I don't know if they ever showed it or not.
Is she taking dog medicine?
Unless it's like a tranquilizer. I'm not sure why they would go to the vet. I missed that.
The hide is more animal and therefore has to have a vet clinic as opposed to.
Yeah, that's why I wonder if it was some kind of tranquilizer. That would maybe make sense. But like to keep the hide at bay or whatever. But either way, yeah, they're going to go to the veterinary clinic that's there in order to try to get what they need. And then she needs a transfusion too, we find out later. Wednesday goes back to their house, trying to find them. And she does not. They're not in the house. Excuse me.
Yeah, like that shot where it was her walking straight and then underneath the yellow tape on it and then through the door. It was this like continuous shot that I could really appreciate.
Yeah, it's cool. But there she is in the crime scene that somehow they have not, I mean, I guess they put the tape up, but they don't really do anything stopping her from going back, do they? And there's thing at the doggy door. I thought that was funny. But Weems shows up and she talks about how she was supposed to be a maid of honor in Francois and her husband's wedding. And but that she hadn't told her she was a hide. So when she found that out, I guess she didn't want to do it. But yeah, she had been supposed to. So I guess she was friends with them at some point was the point of that scene. Yeah, I don't know. I did not catch this when we did the rewatch. So I got what I got from another recap. But so yeah, she apparently at some point was friends with them. Then
I like to see some of this in flashback form.
Yeah, it would be cool if they did. So Wednesday with her taser there, I love that shot.
Yeah, you gotta be ready at all times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she goes into the hideout. Excuse me. I don't do that. I hate when I do that. There's the medicine. It doesn't, unless there was a better shot that I missed. It doesn't actually say what it is. Only that it's 500 milligrams. And to keep out of reach of children. So that's
anti-rabies pills.
Yeah, it could be. I honestly, well, there are no anti-rabies pills. Rabies isn't curable, except other than cutting them open.
The show.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Anti-hide pills.
Yeah, anti-hide. I'm kind of guessing it's probably some kind of tranquilizer because that would make sense going to a vet for, because in a lot of TV shows they steal tranquilizers from vets.
Distemper shot? Distemper pills?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I probably should have thought to try to get it the other side of the pill bottle. I don't know whether they showed it or not. But either way, that's her pills. And she sees the blood thing, alerts her to the blood. And then this, I got a couple pictures of it here. There's the moth, really cool looking moth. Lands on thing.
That's a cool shot.
It is a very cool shot. So she gets the moth and brings it to what's his name? Isaac. No, not Isaac.
Eugene.
Yeah. Because he, knows bugs can.
So it landed on thing because he's essentially also a corpse or part of a corpse.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I bet you're right. I hadn't thought about that.
Dead flesh.
Yeah.
Reanimated.
Yeah, it might be. You might be right. But she's looking for Slurp, and Eugene says that he had taken the larvae from Isaac when he was first Slurp, and that they're in their migratory phase. The larvae are now moths, and they're looking for their body, for the host body. So yeah, you're right. That might be why they land on Thing, because he is part corpse, kind of. But yeah, the point is Eugene is like gonna release the moths. I want to say butterflies because they look more like butterflies, but is gonna release the moths, and their hope is that it will go back and find Slurp. So that's what they do, and they kind of hope that it'll work. And there's also a part here where Wednesday says something to Pugsley when she's talking about his emotional support zombie, where she asks him why he doesn't have a live friend, and it's sad. He tells her that he tried to, but that basically nobody wanted to be his friend. And meanwhile, Isaac is standing there.
Eugene.
Sorry, Eugene is standing there. Eugene.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad for Eugene in this moment, like really bad. Both times I watched this.
Well, Eugene, though, rejected him before when Pugsley tried to be his friend. And he was like, I only talked to you because your sister made me, is basically what he said before. So, yeah,
I don't feel bad for him at all.
Yeah, no, after he said that, I feel bad for Pugsley, not for him. Because that was like in the first episode, I think, of the season, he said that. So, yeah, but either way, he's helping him now. Pugsley has no friends. Poor Pugsley. So, yeah, she finds that out. Yeah, you would think Eugene would be. I mean, Eugene. Look, I think Eugene's his friend. I think he just doesn't see him as his friend. But either way, they're going to release the moths. There we go, into the wild, and hopefully they'll get there. And then, meanwhile, Ajax sees this article on, I don't know what that is, Vermont Voice. Yes. That Gideon has been spotted in Vermont. So he is therefore worried about Bianca's mother, Gabrielle. And he goes to her as like, what's going on? He knows something's up. But she's like, oh no, she left. She does this all the time. She doesn't tell me where she's going. Everything's fine. He knows that she's full of shit, but he does see Dort kind of watching her, and she's just like, drop it. It's better this way for everyone. But he knows something's going on. He's smart enough to figure out that
everything is fine. Really, everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. I can't do that, but that's kind of what it is. It's like, just go away. So yeah. Then we go to, I took that picture because it's just such a cool picture showing that. So it's supposed to be that she painted that, right? Like that whole thing was just one window, and then like Enid painted half of it.
Enid painted all of it, and then Wednesday took the part that she painted down off the one side.
Yeah. But it was originally, I guess, plain. But Wednesday's grandmother is there again, Esther Frump, in her dorm room, and she's reading the manuscript she wrote. And I didn't write down exactly what she said, but she makes a comment that she likes how Wednesday described the character based on her. And it was basically not a good description, but to her it was a good description. So she was happy.
Well, then she described Morticia affecting her vipers so much that the viper would have to shed her skin over and over to just be less than Morticia was.
Yeah. She probably liked that she badmouthed her mother then too, I guess.
Yeah.
But she also, here, hold on, wait, I gotta reload this. She she also tells her that Dort the principal called and wants her to donate to the school and be the guest of honor at the gala. And she came basically to go tell him no, because she thinks it's funny. And yeah, she says there's no thrill better than witnessing a man's spirit be broken. She wants to shatter she says she wants to shatter a man's hopes and dreams. She also says that Wednesday and her mother might need a break from each other, and she offers her to come live with her over the summer.
Learn the craft.
Sorry, what?
Learn the craft.
Yeah, learn the craft. She'll help her learn
the funeral director crafts.
Funeral craft, yeah. And
embalming.
embalming and all that fun stuff. Wednesday seems to be like, yeah, cool. Like she seems to like that she's saying it. So I don't know. Maybe she'll end up.
Yeah, they're both ravens, so they probably have that vibe.
They do. And
and like she said, death doesn't get affected by recessions. It's always there.
That's funny, yeah. She also tells Wednesday that she's like, I knew you were a frump at heart. Something like, even though she doesn't have a heart or something like that.
Yeah, barely a heart.
Yeah.
I like that beaded thing that she has on her outfit. It's really cool.
On the front of her.
I don't know if that's part of the outfit or it's a piece that fits on top of it. It's real cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it might be part of the outfit, but it kind of almost looks like a tie thing, but I think it's more part of it. But yeah, she's gonna go. And then we have Principal Dort here unveiling his plans to her grandmother, which is for Frump Tower, which, obviously rhymes with another tower.
Yes,
That's a joke. But yeah, he's saying about how this is going to be where they're going to have the School of Mortuary Sciences in this building, and they're going to have a great place to learn about how to be an embalmer or funeral director or whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to butter her up. He's like, we'll get new headstones for the cemetery. They're going to replace the orchard with a body farm.
Yeah, body farm. That's cool.
Which I'm guessing because you seem to know this kind of stuff, that like a body farm is like a real thing. I'm assuming you know that.
I'm assuming through my knowledge of everything gruesome that a body farm is when they put bodies out for forensic study and they see how long they're dead.
Yeah,
they do study. They study the body and they have students. Read the body.
Yeah. I don't know what it was I saw that in. It was probably like Bones or NCIS or something, but yeah, that is a real thing they have. But
you can donate your body to one, which would be interesting.
Okay, well you can. I'm not. I'll have mine in a coffin.
But it's helping people, Jamie. I'm here to help people.
Helping people. That is kind of true, but ew. But yeah, forensic pathologist and that kind of thing.
I'm assuming that's they met, and I didn't think they meant like cloning people and having a body farm.
No, I don't think they mean that kind of body farm. I think since they're talking about people learning to work at a morgue, it's probably the first kind. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, he's just like buttering her up, saying that he'll do all this for her, and then she lets him go through everything and acts like it's so cool, and then she's like, there's no way I'm giving you shit, is basically what she says. She's like,
I like how he made it like he's like a real purple kind of guy, and he made the tower all purple too.
Yeah, well,
I know that's the Nevermore color, but like Dort himself is so purple. He's like overly purple.
Yeah, he always wears purple, like the students do sometimes. Yes, he likes purple too.
But even the gala, his hat and everything is this like foppish purple.
Yeah, I kind of assumed it was just because he's supposed to be so pro school color.
Yeah,
you know what
maybe.
I mean? Like he's representing.
I thought he was like royalty, like a king, so he just kept wearing purple.
Yeah, I know the purple is definitely supposed to represent royalty. Maybe that's why they chose purple for the school. Who knows? But to be fair, like they do have in the scheme of school uniforms and colors and that, purple's pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of like electric purple.
Yeah. I am so glad that I went to school way before they required uniforms at most schools. Now they require them most places.
Oh, I went to a Catholic school, so we were in.
Well, then you were required to have them anyway. But
they do now? They require people to wear.
At a lot of schools, they do. Well, not necessarily uniforms, but there's definitely a dress code. Like when I went to school, you couldn't wear like really like sexy things or like super short shorts. But I mean, outside of not dressing really badly, there was no dress code. And I'm pretty sure my old school now has some kind of either dress code or uniform. Because I remember seeing something about it, or somebody was telling me about it. Like you're not even allowed to wear like a t-shirt to our school now. Like, or if you wear a shirt, like it has to have a collar and it can't have anything written on it. Like, it was not like that when I went to school. And I get that they want people, I guess, to be the same and that, but to me, not letting people be the way they want to be, I don't like that. And I would not have liked that going to school. So I'm glad they did not have that in place when I went to school.
I
And
had a
since I
lot
don't
of
have a
things.
kid,
Like we
I don't have
couldn't
a choice.
like dye our hair different colors. We couldn't have piercings
Yeah,
other
what
than
did you
earrings.
have?
Boys couldn't have earrings.
Wait, girls couldn't have earrings or just boys?
Boys.
Okay,
Um,
I thought you said boys.
no tank tops for girls.
Oh
No
yeah, no tank top.
shorts.
Yeah.
Skirts had to be a certain length.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those kind of things. Yeah, we couldn't have short like your
Well, I
shorts had
think
to be.
they're doing it all about gangs and stuff because they don't want people to wearing
Yeah,
certain brands or stuff like that.
yeah,
And
that's
even
good.
even goth people are considered a gang, so they don't want people dressing up goth either.
I don't know. Our school was more like they didn't want girls dressing sexy. Like you couldn't wear, like you said, you couldn't wear shorts that were too short. Like they had to be to your knee, I think.
Oh,
You
we
couldn't
could
wear
even wear
tank
shorts.
top. You could wear shorts, but with our thing, like they had
We
to
could
be to
wear
your knee.
shorts.
They couldn't be short shorts.
We
And
couldn't wear shorts. We couldn't wear sandals.
well, we could at least wear shorts. We could wear sandals. I wore sandals. But I know they didn't allow, which I think was really stupid. They didn't, I mean, unless you wore it and it like looked like you were wearing it for that reason, you weren't allowed to wear spandex. Like you couldn't have anything like that. There was
Mm.
just some weird rules. But
I
yeah,
got a
they didn't
detention
allow
once
hair
because
dye.
my top was too short and it actually came below my waist. So
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's weird. I mean, you went like
some
if you went to
girl,
a
some
Catholic
girl,
school, I
some mean
guess.
girl in high school ratted me out, so I got a detention.
They didn't just make you get changed. See, at our school, like they would just call somebody to bring you clothes and like force them to bring you clothes or make you put on gym clothes or something like that.
Mm,
Yeah, I
no,
don't know.
it wasn't even that short though. I mean, a lot of crop tops are really short. This one came. It would only if I raised my arms up, there might be a
Yeah,
tiniest little bit of flesh showing, and it
yeah.
was longer
That's
in the
where,
back. It was kind of a high low. It was lower in the back.
yeah, that's I don't know. I just remember I had these sort of they weren't even really spandex. They were like kind of like rub, but they were long and they weren't like that tight. And I had like a real
Mm,
long shirt on. And
yeah.
yeah, the principal made my mom bring me up different shorts or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember when I ran track, we always had to wear track shorts over our spandex tights. We couldn't
yeah,
just
I
wear the
don't know.
tights.
They had some weird rules, but look, I get
Well, I'm
it.
just saying, we had a whole lot
I
of rules. I mean,
t-shirt, but now they can't. Yeah, I don't know. I just know now they can't even wear t-shirts. Which, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad they didn't when I went to school. I know you went to Catholic school; it's a little different, and also I'm probably
well,
older than
not in
you.
high school. In high school, I wore like Cure t-shirts or a Bauhaus t-shirt. I wore concert shirts, but they're all big
Yeah,
and baggy. Like
yeah,
baggy
that's what I
shirts.
mean. I think as long as you're not wearing something that shows anything, I don't think it should matter. To be honest, that's my opinion, but that's
Yeah,
my
but I
opinion.
think if they associate certain brands and stuff with gangs, then they've got to go across the board and just say all shirts with something printed on it. So they
Yeah,
don't
I
have to
guess.
go through everything. Because that's
Yeah,
too hard. I work at a
yeah.
school. It's way too
I
hard.
don't know if there were. I don't remember there even being rules in elementary school. I remember high school, but it might just be because you don't care as much till you get to high school. Probably when you're in high school, then you want
It
to
was
dress
easy
however you
dressing in Catholic school. Just put on the jumper and the blouse and the sweater and you were good to go.
Yeah, we did not have that, but things are different now. Anyway, we're getting off track. So yeah, she's basically like, there's no way I'm giving you my money. So he calls in Bianca and has her whammy him or has him whammy her, sorry, and has her say that, yeah, she's going to take all of her fortune and give it to the school and she won't remember she made her do it.
Yep.
So, yeah, his plan has worked and she's going to listen to it. And then we go back to Tyler here, who's at the veterinary office, and he's like, "I have a dog that's hurt," or something like that he said. But they end up knocking
Zoink.
him out, dragging him in, yeah. And he slurred. Well, he's not slurred now. Isaac eats the brain of the veterinarian, and
No.
then he says that she needs a blood. He looks fully human now. And he tells him that she needs a blood transfusion and she needs Hyde's blood. So he's going to give her Tyler's blood. And this part seems legit. He's not like trying to kill him and take his blood. She needs a transfusion. So he's going to set that up. And there's Morticia at the gala. I took a lot of pictures of the gala. I love those
Yeah.
chandeliers. They look like the chandeliers at the can't think of what it's called. The Gringotts Bank at Harry Potter Park. That's what they remind me of.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and sparkly. All right. So Morticia and Weems here are watching the party. They're getting ready for it. And Weems tells her that her grandmother is trying to pull Wednesday away from her and use their estrangement against her. And they kind of have a heart to heart, I guess, about her grandmother, because she's actually trying to help Morticia. And she also tells her, though, that she's at fault too because she's keeping secrets from Wednesday, and she won't tell her the truth about her relationship with Isaac and Francois. And she's like, if you don't tell her, you're going to tear your family apart. She says something like, tell her the truth before tragedy strikes. So yeah, she's trying to help her out a bit, because obviously she's still being very secretive. And there she is with her turned up collar. She has her two outfits.
I like the green on her.
Yeah. So, and then we go back to, I lost where it was at, Enid.
Werewolves only.
Werewolves only in the Lupin cages. She's down there for the count. She's been putting stuff in her little makeshift apartment, almost like making it like a little bedroom, a little apartment, because she's going to be down there for a while. So she's decking it all out when Wednesday comes. And then also Ajax shows up and shows again that article, and he's like, something is going on, we need to help. So Wednesday, while Enid has to stay in the cages, but Wednesday's going to go check it out and figure out what's going on. So she agrees to go. But first, she talks to Dort. This is where her grandmother comes in, and she's like, hey, I'm giving away all my money to Nevermore. And they're like, what the hell? This doesn't make sense. Then she also makes this statement that she is going to make sure that all the students that don't have, I think she says, that don't have powers. I don't think she says that aren't outcasts. She says it doesn't have powers, right?
That has some powers, like Gomez, for example.
Yeah, okay, because he was still an outcast. That don't have powers like Morticia's husband, who was a loser like him. She's very nasty about Gomez. Never liked him, and Morticia's like, he's not a loser. Wednesday seems like she maybe knows something's up. She also doesn't like that her grandmother's talking like that. We find out later about her father, but yeah, she at least senses something's going down. We don't know what, but she knows something's up. And she figures out pretty quickly that it's probably because of Bianca, because she goes to talk to her, and they fight each other. They practice fencing against each other.
This is how they talk.
This is how they talk. And she's trying to get the information out of her. And I like, she says that she's taken to fencing like a siren to water. So she's clearly giving her that jab that she knows she's doing something. But she just says something about that her mother, or no, maybe she says she's taken to the gala like a siren to water. She says something about a siren to water, because then Bianca says that about her mother liking the gala. So, yeah, she's trying to push it back on her, but she's like, I don't know what Ajax said, but just stay out of it. And Wednesday's like, I know you sirened my grandmother, and that Dort must be blackmailing you, and that I can help you. And she does finally admit that she thought she had gotten her mother away from Gideon, but he's just the front man and Dort's behind it. And he forced her to do it. So yeah, she admits it and says that, she had to siren her into getting her money. But she's like, even Wednesday Addams can't save me from this. So she's like, just stay away. And she's like, I can't let you leave with this information. So basically she feels better because she told the truth, but then she's going to erase her memory so she don't remember she told the truth. And she sirens her into forgetting it. But thankfully, Agnes, sorry, I got too many of them fighting there. Agnes was there listening. Whoop, I went too far now.
Oh, you didn't get it.
Agnes was there listening the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're right. She said exactly what you expected her to say, that she's being blackmailed. And yeah, she needs our help. And when she shows up, she's dressed here clearly as Wednesday. She's got on a wig she was dressed like this normally. I mean, her hair is like that anyway. It's black instead of red. And
So is her
she's
transformation complete? Is this what?
yeah, I guess so. And she's
I have
telling
become you.
clothes. Yeah, and she like thinks she's the perfect best friend for Wednesday, and she's not happy. She, as she says, raided her closet, and she's like, "But I want to show you what you mean to me." And she's like, "You failed." Wednesday's kind of mean to her, but look, I mean, I think most people would be a little creeped out. I know I would be creeped out, so I don't exactly blame Wednesday in this case too much. But she makes
Yeah,
poor
I
Agnes.
think Wednesday's happy with her when she finds her own way.
Yeah, she just doesn't like
Maybe
her.
if she'd be friends with her if she like just had her own sense of
Herself.
autonomy.
Yeah, she needs to be herself instead of copying her. But she does make her cry and get her really upset. She has such big, pretty eyes. That's what I think every time I see this girl. Her eyes are, she's got gorgeous eyes. So yeah, then we go back to wait, hold on. I lost where I was again.
The vets.
Yeah, the vets. I was just trying to see where it was at because I went, okay, she's feeling a little better. They're gonna go make the Adams family pay for their sins is the point. They're gonna go, they're putting their plan into action. And there's Isaac in all his good looking glory because he doesn't look like Slurp anymore at all. Yeah, so they are going to go pay the Adams family a visit here. And then we go to Bianca, who comes to see Dort, and they talk more about them stealing Frump's money. And he basically says, they're going to get all the money and then they're going to take off. He basically says him and Gideon are going to take off. And Gideon is like, there's no way.
So with Dort here, did he use Bianca's mother in the same way, or siren powers?
Yeah, I think that was the whole point of the cult. At least that was my take on it, that he used him as the front man and then the sirens to steal people's money, to get them to think this cult was good things so he could take their money. So yes, I definitely think that's why he had Bianca and what all that's about and why he's, blackmailing both of them. But Gideon / Arnold, is his name Arnold? Arthur. Sorry, Arthur. Gideon / Arthur.
Won't be for much longer.
Won't be for much longer. He's basically saying we're going to take the money and run, but he's like, there is no way I'm working with this girl. He's like, she sold me out to the police. And Dort's basically like, well, you were an idiot. I told you not to get, not to be seen. And yeah, so they're kind of arguing with each other. And he's like, I've always taken care of you. I will continue to do so. And he's like, I just want the money and I'm out of here. And of course, that's the wrong thing to say to Dort, who's like, yeah, no, you're not. And he goes into this whole thing where he's like, if it wasn't for me, you'd still be back at the bar and be, boring back at the tiki bar. And then he says this thing about Venetians and their masquerade balls, and they hide behind their masks. But in hiding behind their masks, they're able to reveal their true selves. And that tonight he's taking off his mask. And then he sets him on fire. And he becomes out.
That's my true self.
Yeah.
I like that they have a thermometer right next to the fireplace. The charity thermometer.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's so funny. That is funny. I didn't notice that. Yes, they have a thermometer.
Getting hot in here.
It is getting hot. So yeah, he has killed him. And of course, Bianca's a little horrified there. Doesn't know what to do, but yeah. And then he has his little charm and he's like, you're going to come. We're going to do some more work. We're going to get the rest of our money. Come on. Like still blackmailing her.
I don't know where he got that charm from.
I don't know, but it's got its siren on it. That's all I remember him saying.
I wish I would have had a backstory about that, like how he got that.
Yeah, that's something they could like devote like a flashback to in episode 2. That'd be cool. So then we go back to Nevermore and the awesome purple lighting.
And the gondolas are really cool.
Yeah, and they have gondolas. I'm not sure exactly. I guess they have a moat set up there. It looks like that the gondolas are floating along. But yeah, they have these gondolas, and there is Morticia and Gomez and Pugsley. They're all dressed up for the gala, and there's the moat thing where the boats are coming in on. I got lots of pictures of the costumes. And there comes the
Yeah,
boat.
cool.
This
That's really
looking at
cool.
this picture reminds me of Phantom of the Opera. I know it's not, but that's what it
It
reminds me of.
reminds me of Mist of Avalon.
Yeah, that too. So Dort comes in and he's got Frump with him. So they're making their entrance. And this is where she's like, I'm going to fire the board and reinstate capital punishment.
Yes.
These are all her plans for the school. Everybody's just supposed to be good with that.
She's gotten the sweet power, everyone.
Yeah. She's gonna do what she wants.
I like it. He's like, we'll talk about the details later.
Yeah, he just wants his money. He's gonna cut and run. He doesn't care what she does. She has sort
It'd
of
been interesting to see what she would have done if she would have like controlled like that part of the school with her money.
And that's the thing that kind of confuses me a little bit is like she's like, we'll bring up capital punishment, and we know that like Pugsley likes torture, right? We know that from the other episode.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it's a punishment though if they enjoy it. It's not a punishment anymore, right? So
well, that's the problem.
Right, but I would
think contradiction.
I know, because I would think like when they were going to punish Pugsley, they're like they'll let him choose his punishment or whatever. I would think they would have given him something that actually was a punishment, like you have to wear color or something like
Well, that's like why I wish you would see Adam's Family Values, because we had this conversation before when they punished them at summer camp. They put Wednesday and a boy she was with in the Happy Hut that played like Barry Manilow music, and it was all Disney, and it was just all like super bright.
Yeah, super not Wednesday, that's for sure, right? Yeah, so she's not too happy with her mother there. But she does tell Wednesday that she wants her input, knowing which teachers to fire.
This shot's really nice. Like the shot with all these people. You see a gondola guy with a striped shirt in the back. You got Pugsley there. You got Weems coming down the stairs. It's a really nice shot.
Yeah, they got a lot of great costumes.
I mean, I don't know why Weems has to have an outfit, but no one's seeing her.
She gets to change costume here. She's gonna. I don't know. I don't want to say it's not Victorian.
It's like Georgian, like
Georgia. Yeah.
Like Marie Antoinette, kind of Rococo-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of a little mixture of Rococo and Georgian style.
Yeah. So she's all dressed up as well. And there's Bianca. Wednesday comes to talk to her and she's like, where's your mother? And she's again just like, stop. And Wednesday's like, I can fix this, but you got to trust me. Just tell me. And she does finally tell her that her mother is in Dort's apartment. He's got her locked in there. I'm kind of confused that her necklace prevents her. We talked about this before. Like, why does she wear a necklace that prevents her from sirening people? Is it just so people feel safe? I don't know, but it looks like a phoenix or something. So I'm not sure why there's like
maybe there's some kind of punishment if they don't wear them, like some bad thing becomes upon them. I
assume it's just so everybody knows it's on the up and up, like so they know they can trust them or whatever. But I'm just curious why the medallion is a bird. It seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? I don't know. To me,
it's not a fish.
Yeah, it looks like a phoenix or a peacock or something. I don't know. Anyway,
you think it'd be a fish?
Yeah, or a mermaid or something. But one of those things. But she does tell Wednesday that her mother is in Dort's apartment, and there's Wednesday in her
it's very nice
outfit. Yeah, she has a nice outfit too. And then we go to Enid, who is talking to Bruno. And she's been allowed to leave the looping cages long enough to go to
just for the gala.
Just for the gala. And she's all excited. And then his girlfriend shows up, Sophia. And she's like, obviously knows that this girl, as soon as he told her he was broken up, because he says he broke up with her. And she's like, yeah. And then as soon as you did, she came to get you, because she
on the red eye from Manila.
Yeah. She's like, she came back to get you back. And the girl's like, I forget exactly what the girl says to Enid, but Enid says that I won't be the villain in this story. So she's like basically saying, I'm not going to fight you for him. You can have him. I love her dress. she's like, basically like, bye, Bruno. So
Yeah. So
she
yeah.
does say that. She's like, you have a killer dress.
Yeah.
But there's poor Enid.
Yeah.
It's all sad. So she goes to the classroom. Why people keep going into this crime scene where their teacher was murdered when they're
Yeah. I mean,
sad,
it's
they
just
don't
it's
know.
just a room where the teacher was murdered. It's cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, but so she goes there to have a cry, and she runs into Agnes,
Well,
who is
she's
also,
crying by herself invisibly. She hears the
yeah,
sobs.
she hears the sobs, and Agnes becomes visible whenever Enid's there.
You would think the
And
invisible people would have to wear a charm or something around their neck.
I know, right?
A
That's
bell. Maybe a bell like a
even
cat.
more hard that they do. But she's like, I can't get peace even at a crime scene. So she clearly knew she was
Oh,
where
so
they
she
got.
wanted to go to the crime scene because she didn't think anybody else would be there. That's
Yeah.
makes sense.
Now why
That's
Enid
fair.
did, we don't know why Enid did. Yeah, that's good. Like she was smart. Enid, I don't know. But she's like, congrats, Enid, you win. I thought that I could be exactly what Wednesday wanted in a best friend, but it wasn't enough. And she's crying. And Enid's like, you need to stop and not try to copy somebody else and be, she says, be your own psycho. I know you'd be good at it. So she's actually insulting her at the same time. But yeah, she's giving her good advice. She's like, you need to be yourself, not pretend to be Wednesday. And yeah, do your own thing. And then she takes, I don't have a picture, but she takes off her wig. But which somehow, I think she takes off her wig. Is it still braids underneath?
No,
Or is
it's
it
just her hair's red, but it's pulled back.
okay? Because I was gonna say, otherwise she
It just,
restyled
it
it.
just drops back down.
No, okay, because I
Like
just meant
whoosh.
like if it wasn't styled, she somewhere went and refixed her hair.
Oh yeah,
But anyway,
she had a quick styling session.
yeah, because it's back up. But either way,
Amazing.
yeah, I wish my hair would do that. But yeah, Enid's like all upset also because she's gonna do the dance by herself. I guess she was supposed to do it with Bruno.
No,
And
she
she's
was
like,
gonna do it by herself, but she now feels because her social media is firing up with Bruno talk,
oh, okay. I
Her
thought she was upset.
socials, Jamie.
Okay, see, I missed that part.
They're on fire.
I thought she was doing it alone because Bruno wasn't going to do it with her. I missed that.
No, she
But either
wasn't gonna do it
way,
alone because she was embarrassed because of Bruno, because everybody's talking about her.
okay. But either way, Agnes is like, I can do it with you. I'll be your partner. And she's like, how? You wouldn't know my routine unless you were stalking me. And then whenever she fixed it, she's like happy she was. So she is gonna, yeah, she's gonna let her be her partner. Look, I get the feeling, and I don't know, and I don't see that, but I don't know. I keep reading, or all season I've read things, I've seen things where people kept saying like that Enid and Wednesday were going to end up together, and they're like, no, and it's like no. But I read people wanted this, and now I almost felt like the way they were doing it and having them dance and stuff. Not that there was anything wrong with the dance. I just, when they were done, I was kind of wondering if that's what they're hinting at, that there's going to be something between them. And I don't know, whatever, but I don't see that between the two of them.
I mean, there's a lot of, I was going to say there's a lot of amorous 4-year-old men out there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she clearly, granted, look, she could be into guys and girls. I'm not saying she's not. But I mean, we've only seen her have a boyfriend, so I'm not sure about that. But I don't know. I definitely got the vibe they were hinting at that by the end of the dance. So I don't know. But whatever. I don't know that it's my cup of tea, but if they want to do that, that's fine. So then we go back to the gala. Are those like trophies?
Oh, those grapes. I didn't see there was just these grapes.
Yeah, and look at like the little gravy boat
gondolas.
Yeah,
the hands.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hands.
I better make sure the chat isn't. Yeah. All right. So yeah, they are.
But I was in the Wednesday Discord, and there's always people that are like, "I saw you kiss Enid. I saw you kiss Wednesday." I don't know. Too much shipping, I guess. Powerful shipping.
Yeah, I don't know this show really needs a ship. I feel like that's not what the show is. And I know
Yeah,
I'm
I think
usually
it's kind of like the opposite of what a show
I
is
mean,
shipping.
when I watch TV shows, I usually tend to be a shipper, but maybe it's
Yeah.
because they're younger too. To me, I'm like, these are kids. Like I don't invest in the ships. They're too young.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
it's just innocent makeout sessions at this point.
Yeah.
Hand holding.
Yeah, they're all going, yes, they can. No, it's fine.
It's innocent.
Hey, Doc, thanks for coming.
You know, at first I didn't know that Pugsley was this Harlequin. I just thought there was just a jester around the
hanging around with
Morticia. I didn't realize they dressed Pugsley up like basically like a fool.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But they're talking about the moths who have not come back yet. And then there's another, this is also sad, where Pugsley's like, because Eugene asked him why he isn't with his family or whatever, and his spouse is like, oh, they won't even notice I left. You know, like, poor kid.
Angst.
Yeah, and Isaac's standing there watching him, plotting.
And there's the moths are flying around him too, which it's weird that they don't notice.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice that. I can kind of see them in this picture. I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, and still you probably won't be able to see them, but I'm like, those moths are flying around.
Yeah, they're like saying the moths didn't come back. All they had to do was look up.
Because they're up there.
Yeah, look up, kids. Look up. Yeah. All right. So then we have Ajax, who has gone to get the key to Dort's apartment. And he goes in and I don't know. For some reason, to me, I'm trying to think, because we were talking about the time period. Does the tri-cornered hat fit? For some reason, to me, the hat seems out of place, and I'm not sure why, because I guess it would fit with those clothing, but it to me seems
I think the gal is just a mix of pretty things.
Yeah.
It has part colonialness to it, Georgian.
Yeah,
Marie Antoinette, Rococo, just whatever you want, whatever makes you look pretty.
Whatever you want. Well, to be fair, it is a masquerade. They didn't say it had to be something specific. I mean, he said Venetian, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, Venetian. Anyway, I believe it. Sure.
Well, that's what Dort said anyway when he was talking about. But anyway,
well, it's a masquerade ball. Everyone's pretty. This dress pretty.
Yeah, just dress up pretty. They do all look cool though. They all look good. So yeah, he
profound lack of mask. Be it that Venetian dances usually have masks.
Yeah, as long as you have a masquerade mask, you're all cool. So yeah, he comes and rescues Bianca. I don't know why.
Gabriella.
Bianca's mother, Gabriella. Yeah, and he comes and gets her. And then meanwhile, here Wednesday is telling Enid what's gone down, and that her mother's safe. And also Agnes is there, and there she is. See, her hair's all done pretty too.
It's very cute. She's good and green.
Yeah, I like both their dresses, and they're kind of almost like opposite. Like, I know that Wednesday in this point is the opposite of Enid, because Enid's like white and Wednesday's in black, but I like that she's kind of like in the fiery, or her hair is fiery, I should say.
Well, on the green, redheads look good in green, so.
Yeah, but I like it. It's different from Enid.
And then Wednesday's like, I'm glad you're doing your own thing.
Oh yeah, she does say something like that about that. She says, I don't care what you think about me anymore. And then Wednesday says, good. Like, it's just like, you got it finally.
You got your own agency.
Yeah, which is what she wanted. And there is Enid doing her dance. I tried to get more pictures, but they were all out of focus, so that's why I don't have a whole bunch of the dance.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool dance.
It is. It's really pretty. Yeah,
I mean, the one of Wednesday doing the Goo Goo dance was pretty iconic, but this one, I don't know if this supersedes it, but it was really good. Yeah. This dance was.
Yeah, I really like it.
And I watched like some of the when they were doing practices and everything to this dance, and the one girl can actually pick up the other girl. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Oh wow. Where do they have, is that like a behind the scenes thing, you mean?
Yeah, it's on like I think it's called Behind the Netflix or something. It's a YouTube channel, and I was just amazed because they have like Emma Myers on a little like Lazy Susan thing when she's spinning around, but initially when she's picked up, the other girl's picking her up, and I was like, wow, that's pretty
That's
impressive.
funny. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that either. But yeah, they're doing their dance to it's Lady Gaga's The Dead Man.
Surprisingly, Lady Gaga, who made a
Yeah, I
cameo.
know. At least there's something else Lady Gaga in here, even if Lady Gaga isn't anywhere to be seen. But there they are doing, I don't know, is that the
She's there in
crocodile or whatever?
spirit. I like the little wolf ears when she does the little wolf ears.
She does wolf ears. That I missed. I just saw that to me.
In the beginning, when they're dancing together, they do this thing
Oh
where
yeah,
they
she
kind of
does
touch
do
their
that.
arms and make little ears.
Yeah, that's cute. You're right, she does. So Bianca's watching as they're doing this too. There's Nicole when she puts her head through her arm, does some weird things, and then Agnes spins Enid around,
Picks her up, yeah.
Picks her up, spins her, goes invisible, is spinning her when she's invisible, and then she puts her down, and she doesn't become visible because she is going over to Dort and stealing his siren protection from him.
And he doesn't even notice because he's so into it.
Yeah, he's really enjoying that song, isn't he?
Yeah.
And yeah, she gives Wednesday the watch.
I was gonna say the siren song of Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I just had to look at this close up because I didn't realize like it actually is like a mermaid singing kind of. That's cool. It's a cool design of the prop.
I'm surprised it doesn't have like a no smoking X going through it to make them not sing.
Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. They're doing their dances, and I don't know if it was on purpose that Agnes made like a little blip at the end. And
yeah, I love that. That like made the whole dance for me because it makes you feel like they're kids, and she just learned it, and they kept it, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, they probably did it on purpose. I mean, it was probably like told to do it, but I thought it was cute. Yeah, I liked it. But there they are.
Even if they didn't, even if it was just a spontaneous thing, I'm glad they kept it.
Yeah, no, it's cute.
Because it makes it feel like it's more amateur, you know, because there's a lot of things like, you know, if you ever see Mean Girls when they do the Christmas dance, it's like their outfits look like high schoolers made them.
Yeah, it makes it
feel it makes it more realistic instead of looking perfect.
Yeah, no, it's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I really liked their dance. I thought their dance was great.
Yeah, I don't know that they could have done the invisible stuff, but yeah, other than that, it's good.
Hey, I was just amazed the one girl could pick up the other girl. I was just like, wow,
yeah, that I gotta say,
pretty strong.
Yeah. So Bianca,
I think both of them have like a history of dance too, so they both know how to.
Probably, they both looked like they knew what they were doing, so yeah. I would agree that they probably did. So Bianca sees that Wednesday's got the watch and that her mother is safe. So she gets on stage. You know, those contacts, all I think when I see them is those contacts have to be so uncomfortable. They do not look comfortable.
They look like hard contacts too.
That might be why. They do look like hard contacts.
Because they have so much detail to them. I wonder if they are. Yeah, they do. They look like they burn after a while. And put drops in them all the time.
I know sometimes with things they use like full on eye contacts, like full sclera contacts.
Yeah.
Which are notoriously not fun. I don't think those are that, but they look weird and they look uncomfortable. And that's what I think every time I see them.
Well, they look like they're coming forward from an iris too, like they're just layered on top.
Yeah.
Like a lot of layers to give it dimension. And it's like,
yeah, I mean, some of it might be digital, but I definitely think they have contacts, even if they're enhanced, they're definitely contacts, not all digital. But anyway, she knows, she knows that she's safe and her mother's safe. So she calls Dort up on stage after this, and she's like, now I want you to tell everybody how you made this gala. And he's like, oh, I blackmailed you into forcing Morticia to talk to her mother to donate. And then when that didn't happen, I kidnapped your mother and made you tell her grandmother to donate. And I told Gideon I was going to split the money with him, but then I wanted it all, so I killed him. That's basically what that conversation goes like. And everybody's like, oh, because he's just like, eh. And then he doesn't know what to do, so he grabs Bianca. And there's the sheriff going to shoot him, but he puts a flame, so he's going to like kill her. He's threatening her. And then Ajax comes out and shows his Gorgonness, and he turns to stone. I guess did Bianca like jump out of the way? I'm not sure exactly how she got out of the way. I didn't pay attention.
Oh, she got out of the way.
She got out of the way somehow. And then he turns to stone, although it no longer looks like Steve Buscemi, so I'm not sure why, but he's frozen. It's supposed to be Steve Buscemi. So yeah, and then the chandelier that he had started to light on fire, threatening to hurt her. Yeah, he got his just desserts, comes down, smashes them into little pieces. Yay! Grandmama is happy, and yeah, they enjoyed it. Bianca's like, "Thank you for helping."
That was the official end of the gala, the last performance.
Yeah, I know, right? She thanks Wednesday, and Wednesday, tells her that Ajax did it. I also kind of wondered here with the way she's like, "Oh, it was all Ajax or whatever." High mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise. Hello. But anyway, I almost felt like here the same kind of thing, like when she told her, "Oh, it was all thanks to Ajax." Like I almost thought that they were like, she kind of looks at Ajax like, So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they're promoting ships or I'm just seeing stuff that's.
I guess she's like dressed as a color of the sea too. It's like a siren color.
I hadn't thought about that. You're right. She is. So yeah, there's the body.
The
why
pieces
are they? The gala, it looks like they're investigating it and it's still the gala, and I'm like, why do they have people there?
So once you turn stone and you get smashed up, then you don't revert back to being human again? Because I thought the Gorgon stuff didn't last completely.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to. I don't know, but I don't want to see it turn back. So
they just want to get the pieces to the morgue and it turns back into human body
parts. It might, but I'm definitely glad we didn't have to see it.
Well, that'd be gross. There'd be a lot of liquids and stuff. It'd be like,
it would be. I'm just confused why they're investigating and putting the body away and stuff during the rest of the gala, which I think is
hilarious. Just another day at Nevermore.
It's just another day at Nevermore. You're right, but here they are at the gala still, and so he's dead. Grandmama is still having a blast though, and she's like, thrilling climax. And she's not really mad about what happened. And she's saying that I forget exactly what she says. She says something to Wednesday, and then Wednesday is like, no. She's like, she's pissed that what she said about her father. She's like, you don't like people without powers. Well, I lost my powers too, so you must be talking about me. She's like, I'm not talking about you. She's only talking about her father, but she's like, you don't talk about my father like that, is essentially what that conversation is. And she's like, you're going to donate money to the school now in his name. And she agrees to it. She likes that she blackmailed her. She's like, well played. But this whole thing gave her a rush. So in the end, she's not mad. She's happy that Wednesday blackmailed her. And yeah, I mean, she's Esther Frump.
I was trying to figure out these like hoops that are on her head. I don't know what these wires.
Yeah, I don't know. They look like paper clips. She's kind of got like a Bride of Frankenstein hair.
Yeah, she's got Bride of Frankenstein hair going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They must.
I don't know what they are.
They look like paper, like huge paper clips. I'm serious. That's what they look like to me.
Yeah. I guess they do have kind of a little bit of bling on them.
Yeah, they do. They do. So yeah, she enjoyed the party.
Yeah.
But then we get Eugene that shows up, and he's like, says that Pugsley's gone. He went wherever, and I guess it was because he was sad. He left, and they know that Tyler and Isaac and Francois are out there, and now they're worried about Pugsley because she said one of them was going to die. So that's why I said I think she does care.
So we should probably get out there.
Yeah, poor Pugsley's out there, and the moss shows up, and you're like, uh-oh. And then Isaac, and he's like,
so they never anywhere. They never in any of this talked to Pugsley and said, "Hey, there's a prophecy that Adams is going to die. Maybe you should stick closer to us most of the evening.
Stay away from Slurp." Would be the other thing.
Don't do your emotional support zombie. Is not.
Yeah, but he's a real boy now, so he thinks he can be his friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I need your help, and then he chloroforms him or whatever, and
of course
pulls him away. And all they find is the moth, and it's like, oh no, they are too late.
What's the moth landing on?
It was just on the ground. I don't know what that is. It looks like maybe a piece of his costume or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But either way, they're too late. Oh no, Pugsley.
Oh no.
I kind of doubt it, but they think Pugsley's.
Oh no, Pugsley's gonna die, but not
Oh,
really.
have to go save him now. So that is the end of episode 7. And yep. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. We have one more left. I don't know. What did you guys? If there's still people in the chat that are awake, what did
mustard,
you
ketchup, mayonnaise, whatever your name is? Mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise.
Yeah, no. Yeah. What
Thoughts?
did you guys think? What are your thoughts, everybody, on the episode? Did you like this one? Did you enjoy the dance? What'd you think? I did like this episode. But in meanwhile, while we're waiting to see if anybody has a response, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe, like the video, subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision. I don't know if it's just other stuff is overlapping, but our traffic recently has actually gone down, which is not a good thing. So please, guys, we need more traffic. So at least, watch the videos for whatever it is. I think it's more than 30 seconds, then it counts.
You can hype our videos if you want to hype them.
Yes, if you see the hype button, please hype the videos. But if a video comes across your homepage, click on it, watch it for 30 seconds at least. And I mean, we hope you watch more, but yeah, like the videos.
Just leave it running in the background while you're doing dishes or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you can give us watch time like that, or leave comments outside the chat. That also helps. But yeah, trying really hard to build up the traffic. And these past couple weeks, there's been less people, so I'm not sure what that's about. It might just be the timing of other people's stuff.
It might be that summer's over, school's starting. People are getting into the swing of the school year of their parents.
Well, I never thought I didn't really think about it, but probably a lot of people aren't staying up as late either because of that reason. Yeah. It's not summer now. So
sun keeps
Kelly
getting setting earlier and earlier.
Yeah. It is. Kelly liked it.
Yeah. What'd you like about it, Kelly?
Yeah.
You care to elaborate?
Yeah. I don't know. I think the dance is cool, and I like the costumes. I really liked seeing all the costumes. I think was my thing.
Yeah, I didn't really know that the Enid and what's her name? Can't remember. Redhead Agnes would dance together. I would never thought that would have been a pair up.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. That was something that surprised me. But I enjoyed it. They need to do more musical numbers. I would agree with you on that. I know you said that before. They need to have more musical numbers.
Yeah, but I want every show to break out a musical. I want the Alien Earth to break out a musical.
No, I know you do. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll see it on Alien Earth, but Wednesday, you never know.
Echo's Prime with the little straw hat on and a cane. Well, a cane.
Oh, my darling. Yeah. Kelly says the dance was my favorite part, and I did like the beginning as well. Now I have to think about it. What was the beginning?
The tiki siren bar beginning?
Yeah, the siren bar was cool. I liked that it was at a siren bar. I thought that was kind of cool.
Because I was wondering, much like vampires that kind of hide in certain cities and stuff, that maybe the sirens were just like kind of hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, the bar. Yeah, and I don't know. That's why, like I said, he wasn't even surprised when he made fire, and that makes me think that like in this universe, people everywhere know about the Outcast, and we're just supposed to accept that.
Or they just know that sirens, the guy who runs the tiki bar knows sirens exist, and that doesn't faze him when he sees a guy with his thumb on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why the only thing I can think is that in this universe, it's a known fact that people have powers. I mean, that could be the case. I just wish that they would like have said that, or would outright say that, rather than just making you be like, what? Or at least I was like, what?
I don't know. I think the cult needed a little bit more of a subplot than it got.
Yeah.
Maybe explained a little bit more. Maybe have Gabrielle actually in scenes where she was in the cult, maybe extorting money, using her siren powers or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely implied that's what she did and mentioned that's what she did before, but we've never seen any of it.
Yeah, I mean, just to tell the story a little bit more.
Yeah. Again, a show that I think probably could have used a couple more episodes. I hate that
Or she could
everything
have
has
been handing out
14.
flyers, like those feel good like program flyers for the cold or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have been
Like all
seen
the
that. And
sirens together doing some kind of Charles Manson kind of thing.
that would be weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. Yeah, we could have done with some flashbacks. I think I've said before, I said this yesterday. I think that like there should be like a mandatory minimum of 10 episodes per season of shows. I think they
Yeah.
could get more in depth if they at least had 10. I think like 10 or 12 is like a good number. Like I know they don't do 20 anymore, it's too much and everything,
Hmm.
but like 10 to 12, I think they could handle. And
Yeah.
I'd like to see that, but it is what it is. And that's a lot of times I feel like we're always saying this wasn't explained or this you're just supposed to assume. And there's like things left out that they needed to put
Hmm.
in. But other than that, I think it was a good episode. I think it was a good season overall. It
Yeah.
just sucks that it's going to be so long till the next season. That's why I almost wish they would have put longer between the two halves, like stretch it out a bit.
Or just do it
Um,
week by week. I know Netflix would never do that, but
no,
week to week
Netflix won't.
episodes.
But yeah, they could. They could at least have put time in between the two drops. But yeah, they're not gonna. That's not what
Well, they did
Netflix
put
is.
time between two drops. There was like a
Not
month
enough.
between two drops.
Was there that long? I thought there was maybe
Yeah.
like. Okay, well, there wasn't very long. They should have made it longer. That's why. I mean, I feel like that's part of why. I mean, look, it used to feel like there was less time between shows because they were also longer seasons. But
Hmm.
there also used to be like so many episodes and then like hiatus and then so many episodes.
Well,
So
it kind of TV kind of worked like the school year.
yeah,
Like there would be shows that would be shown until Christmas, and then shows that would be shown, or the same shows, but then there'd be new shows debuting, and then the summer was kind of like a free for all, where you had like,
all the repeats. Yeah. Well, no, it's just there.
repeats, but also shows like maybe a game show or a competition show just thrown in there for the summer.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there used to be like a hiatus for the summer or whatever, and I feel like
yeah.
those couple months it made it stretch out so you weren't waiting as
Mhm.
long either because it takes up time.
Yeah, I remember all those shows like talking about the summer or something. There were kids that were hanging out and then they were back in school. Remember our summer? It was so cool. But you didn't see the summer because it was a hiatus.
Yeah, no, you never did. Look, I understand why they don't have 20 episode seasons, but I do miss them.
Hmm.
That's why I was saying the other, I don't remember what show it was I was saying it on, but one of the shows we were on, I was saying like, I discovered, or I should say rediscovered, I knew about it, I just never watched it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've been watching. And I'm like, it's so cool to find a show that I really like. And there's 7 seasons, but not only is there 7 seasons, 5 of those 7 seasons have 22 episodes apiece.
Hmm.
And it's like,
Oh
wow,
yeah.
that's a lot. Although that makes me be even worse with my binging. I am such a notoriously bad binger because I'm already like to the third season and I've been watching it for like 2 weeks, I think. So
Mm.
I'm still going through it way too fast, but at least there's a lot there. Yeah, short shows are too short. They get canceled too fast. Like I totally understand that they were being overworked with the amount that they were doing, and I get that.
Oh, I
But
thought they were just taking a European model, like a lot of British shows are 6 episodes a season or a series.
they've always
They
been
call
less.
season series instead series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always thought that British shows were too short. But yeah, a lot of it had to do with also the working conditions and they had the strikes
Hmm.
and everything and things changed. But I
Yeah.
still feel like for a while they were kind of like in that 10 to 13
Uh-huh.
era.
Well, there
And
were
now
shows like Breaking Bad that broke their seasons into 2 parts,
yeah.
but they
Yeah.
were longer because when you put them together, they were more episodes than they're doing now. I
Yeah.
think that's how that got started.
Yeah, I don't know, but they could at least be like they used to for a while be like half of what they were. They were like 10 to 13 and now they're like 6 to 8 and it's not enough to tell a story, I feel like. And I don't know. I know that like Karen and AJ and I disagree with that because they're always like, well, there was so much filler and crap that wasn't any good. Like I would prefer to have more, even if maybe every
Mm.
episode isn't perfect and some of them are filler and not like important to the overall story and they're, mystery of the week or whatever. I still would rather have a longer season. Personally, I miss that.
But you could
Yeah.
tell more about people's past and stuff in flashbacks and
Yeah.
give a
Either
little
way,
bit
I
more meat.
need to find like a happy medium. Like there needs to be somewhere in there. Like I said, like 10 episodes, I think is like at least if you get 10, like you have enough room to tell more story without it being overly long. I think look, it at least got 8. I mean, a lot of them don't even get 8. So I
Yeah.
appreciate the 8. I just would have liked a little more. And I feel like a lot of I just feel like anymore, all I'm ever saying is like they skipped this, they didn't explain this. There's not enough. Like I feel like
They're kind of moving it along.
Yeah, and I just feel like I'm constantly feeling like there's stuff missing from shows for that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a show that's like they're like independent, separate stories, then it doesn't necessarily matter as much. But when you have like a season long arc, I just think they could be a little bit longer. That's what I think. But it is what it is, and television is changing. But there's also the streamers that drop
That's what I was
everything.
gonna say. There's also like Netflix and stuff, so that's kind of broke the whole like basic primetime TV thing.
Are broken. But it just stinks, like especially when it comes to something like Netflix that is going to cancel things right away. Like if they were going to cancel something after 3 seasons, at least if the seasons were longer, it wouldn't be quite so bad, But it is what it is. But wow.
But you can also say because of it, you have so much more content you can watch.
Yeah, but not
more people are
necessarily
given a chance to make the content that they want to make.
That is
more
true.
Stories can be told.
But they're not necessarily all good content. There's a lot more. That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know that there's always a lot more good. There's a lot more junk too, if I'm honest. I mean, I'm not saying they're all are, but some of the stuff is not as good. So yeah, it used to be that there was, you had whatever it was, November through May, and then the summer was reruns and like you said, game shows and things like that. There weren't, main
like one-off things they have in the summer.
Yeah, there weren't
World Sports or something.
There weren't big network shows in the summer. I actually like that because then you could like enjoy the summer, Now it's like you have to.
Well, I think that's the point of it. I think the point was that people go and enjoy their summer, then we watch TV when it gets colder.
Yeah. Well, it also used to be too, though. It gave people a chance to catch up on things because you have to remember back then, unless you had a VCR, like they didn't re-air stuff. So they re-aired it in the summer and you watched it, or you watched it when it first aired. You couldn't watch 5 different things. You had to make a choice.
Yeah.
It was must-see TV or, not much else. But at least now you can watch stuff whenever you choose. So I guess that's a positive. All right. Well, I guess nobody else from the chat is very chatty.
Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. Where are you?
Yeah. No, mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise.
Oh, mustard, ketchup. My mistake.
Yeah. No, that's new viewers from Twitch, so I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our show. We'll be back on Monday to talk about the finale of Wednesday. So yeah, remember that we're back to Monday again at 11 next week. And we'll have the watch party again at 9:30. So if you didn't hear my spiel before, if you're not a member of our Discord, please join Discord. You can go watch our watch parties, join us and watch along with us. It has our schedule for all our YouTube lives and all our other YouTube stuff. So you can get all that information from there. I always update it there. Other than that, there was kind of like this slump where I felt like there was no interviews, like it was just like really slow. And now it's like the complete opposite because I have so much stuff coming up. There's I just did a bunch more Outlander, Blood of My Blood stuff that's coming, some different films. So there's a lot that'll be coming to the video tab that isn't live, the interviews as well. And then Sunday we have Daryl Dixon at 11:30, and these are all Eastern times. And then we're going to talk and see, we might be doing another show. I know we were talking about maybe doing that Harlan Coben Lazarus, depending. We got to talk about C. We also will be doing Telemasca. That's coming up the end of next month. That's a definite. So also, guys, let us know in the comments, what do you want to see? What kind of live shows do you want to see? I think at some point soon we got to do another, since we don't have a lot of lives right now. We need to do another trivia night.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah, definitely another
Yeah,
trivia.
we'll do
Some
some more
games.
trivia, maybe some more Mad Libs, and yeah, some more fun stuff. So yeah, please let us know. And if you want to do trivia too, like, do you want a theme? Like maybe one time we should do sci-fi, or maybe we should do a specific show, or yeah, just let us know, please, what you want in the comments. Always open to your thoughts. Same thing for watch parties. You can always drop in Discord. Let us know what you want to see. Yeah, I do want to start doing some more watch parties and some of the things we've talked about that we haven't done once I get some time around to do those things. But yeah, for right now we have Wednesday and one more week of Wednesday. We have Daryl Dixon, and I don't know. Now the Alien Earth is over. We're gonna do a season wrap up at some point soon. But other than that, we just have Daryl Dixon. So yeah, we definitely gotta figure something out. That can't be the only. Well, we do have Fandom Access on Tuesday, but right now the only thing they're covering is Invasion. So yeah, we gotta find some more content. Gotta see what you guys want us to cover. But in the meantime, thank you for coming, and I guess we'll see you on Sunday.
Arrivederci, everyone.
Yes. Have a good night, everybody.